You had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Claire, I'm not standing here asking you to marry me. I'm just asking you not to marry him.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
We're fighting an army of robots. And I have a bow and arrow.
The lady who put the BS in BSN. It's Carolyn Sheridan from the Ag Health and Safety Alliance. Time once again to see what we can do to help our family farmers.
And there she is, Carolyn Sheridan with the Ag Health and Safety Alliance. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you, Al?
Excited? You're going to answer some... Yeah, I don't generally get excited when you're coming on the program, but I saw what we're talking about.
Okay. I get excited when I'm going on your program.
You're so full of it. But you were talking hand signs in agriculture, and I thought this is fantastic because there's two of them, but the first one I've been seeing quite a little bit with this local farmer, and I wondered if you can explain it to me. So it started this spring, and I know it's the same guy. He's driving a John Deere, so I mean, it's got to be the same guy. But I come running up on him, in my car because he's not going the speed limit, so I get there pretty quick, and I wing around him, and he throws me a gesture. And I'm like, is that how farmers say hi? Is he calling me number one? I let it go. And then now this fall, he's out there, his big old tractor pulling a big combine with all the beanies in it. And I go by again. Same gesture. Is this a club thing you people do? Is it, what is this gesture? I don't know what the
gesture. I do know that we have a special wave. There's different waves. Like you wave, like one way if it's somebody you don't know, but another way if it's somebody, that you like, or like a neighbor. Like what you have to give me you have to show me.
Well, it's more just one finger. It wouldn't be the index finger saying number one, so I know it wasn't that.
It'd be like just still hold on to the steering wheel. It's kind of a thing.
That's when you don't know. So one finger's like, okay, get away from me. Then if you see a farmer pass another farmer, it's the whole, how you doing, buddy, wave. Yeah, I get that. I do.
So
this
you get just the one finger wave? The one
finger. Well, I think that's how you would call it. Yeah,
the one finger, but it's just your pointer finger, right?
It's not the pointer finger is the problem. That is the issue.
It's the middle.
I know the kids it means something. I just thought maybe it meant something different for you farmers. Maybe it does not. And the other one is
I don't think so. What did you do to annoy him?
Well, I had no idea. Drive by him fast because I go to speed limit and he's not.
I see what you're doing. So you probably are annoying him because you're whipping around him. He's maybe like, don't you know I'm farming? Stop passing me. I might.
You're not farming You're not farming on the roadways. You're done with the farmer. You're going home.
I thought you meant like what we consider the farmer wave, where you just do the point.
No, the one that I do get, and I wonder if this is universal as well, is I golf with a farmer buddy, right?
Yeah.
And you get done, you might go in and have a cocktail, and it's your turn to pay. And he has this strange, I would say, almost alligator arm move when the bill comes. Is that a universal farmer thing?
Oh, he's grabbing it?
No, he's pretending he can't get it because he's got alligator arms, little short, stubby arms. He can't get it. And I just wonder if that's universal or is that no?
No, I don't think so. No, we were going to try to talk about hand signals, like how.
That's what we've been talking about. What is the problem?
Those are hand signals, but one would be you're annoying me. I think that one is. I don't know about the not paying thing. That's a different thing for sure, but. No, the hand signals. And it came to mind because I've been being helpful, not just food, entertainment, finance.
Which I'm tired of you downgrading that. That's a very important part of the whole farmer operations, okay? That's very important. Don't talk that down. There's a lot of those folks that do that job, listen to this program, and I'm behind them 100%.
Yeah, well, good. Thank you. I appreciate that. I am too, because I'm that person. But occasionally we get out there and we do help. So I'm supposed to be like, helping somebody, my husband specifically, or somebody else, like maybe my son-in-law, back up a piece of equipment. And I don't think everybody does the same hand signals. I tend to do what I think would be very reasonable hand signals. Reasonable. Like, come on back. Go forward.
Or I'm swatting a fly at my face. Yeah, I see how that could.
Yeah, so it's like, or and people on the radio don't see what I'm doing, but it's really like a forward wave and a backward wave. But there are some official hand signals in agriculture, and we do talk to the students
official,
about
like
this.
it's in the Boy Scout handbook. What do you mean official?
Kind of.
go through farmer
so.
training, and that's class
Well,
3A. I
think-
mean, come on.
No, and I think that like in construction and stuff, I think there is like a code. It's probably a code. You have to ask your farmer buddies. But like if you want to go forward, it's more like you spin your finger or something, because I got
That
the
makes
bad
no
finger too. I know. I would say
Wow,
if
the folks on your team are giving you the bad finger, wow, you are messing that up.
I was because my job was simple. Don't let me run the combine into X, Y, and Z. Or I can't see on that side, so don't let me run into the side of the shed.
Are you saying quite possibly that the equipment on the Sheridan farms don't have enough of what we've talked about, mirrors and that sort of thing, for protection so they can see all the way around? Are you telling me that? I'm shocked.
Yeah, well, so not all equipment has those big mirrors that you can see everything, or that your equipment beeps, or there's many times when you rely on somebody else to keep you going in the right direction. Go farther back or forward or whatever. Or if you're working on a piece of equipment, sometimes you're raising the header or you're doing repairs, and you do rely on each other to make sure that you're staying safe. And there's like I do have in my background, but there's like this, it's a deal. It's like,
Okay, but you left the story here. You tell us now it's the circle finger thing is going forward, but you were doing this waving your hand back and forth at your face. And so what happened? Did they crash the combine? Did you?
No,
All right.
no.
That would have been a better story.
But there's some not so kind words, I would say. And then
What? To the queen of your castle? Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Wow.
I'm only the queen, probably in my own mind, or in my own, like only the queen in the, like in your own environment, like with cooking, or maybe in the house piece or the finance piece. But I do think that there are universal signs, things like this. The one that I'm very good at is, how far do you have left to go? Like I'm holding my hands up, and you just kind of, showing that you have a foot, 2 feet, 1 foot, that part, that one is an easy
That's
one.
pretty easy. Yeah, that's a good one.
I never mess that one up. I think the one I mess up is like going forward, going back, instead of just waving.
Well, do you ever get lost in so they're backing up a trailer or something, and they're looking at you in a mirror. You wanted to go to the left, but they're looking at the mirror, so you got to do it backwards, or they're, you know what I'm saying? When you're looking in the mirror, it screws that whole thing up.
Yeah, I believe so. And the other thing is kind of like when we, like on Zoom, sometimes things are backwards if you don't mirror your image or whatever. You're right.
Yeah.
And I will say I've looked at, there's 2 or 3 different resources you can look at, and they are a little different. They are not all the same. So yeah, I know. So when I say it's universal, I think like some of them have like raising your hand up, come forward. Some are just go like this, come forward, move your finger or hand forward. So my message is at least get on the same page.
Well, see, and this is to me. We got to go to break right after. But here's my deal with this. I honestly believe there may have never been a farmer ever that went online to look at the hand signal gestures and shared with the little kids on the farm, said, this is our new universal. You just adopt this stuff. Families have it. I'll bet you a farmer from one house go down to the next farmhouse.
Yes.
90% of it's the same because what else can you do with your hands? But it's all individual farmer done. I believe that. Now you have an actual drawing behind your head, so somebody's taken some time to study it. But
this is North Dakota State University. I do have another drawing that I kind of like because the people looked like people, and we can talk about that when we come back. But when we come back, Al and I are probably going to make up our own hand signals. We're going to have $1 million.
This could be fun. We'll be back after this.
$1 million ideas.
You're making fun of my $1 million ideas. You're just being mean today, Carolyn. I think you've lost some sleep in all this farming. We talked about getting plenty of sleep, and you must not have. You're ornery. Back after this.
Ornery.
If it's your turn to host a game, Grandpa's Barbecue suggests you try something different. Put out the perfect barbecue flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. Add it to your ribs, dip the meatballs, or drench your wings in the original flavor of Grandpa's Barbecue. It isn't too hot or spicy, fruity or smoky or whatever. Grandpa's Barbecue. Available in select stores and online at grandpasbarbecueshop.com.
Tired of one-sided media and divisive noise drowning out your conservative values? Take back the conversation with Braver Angels. Join a grassroots movement to restore civility and find common ground without compromising your principles. As a conservative, your voice matters. Share your perspective on issues like immigration and public health in Red Blue workshops and help rebuild trust in our great nation. Be a leader in depolarizing America. Sign up for free at mn.braverangels.org. Braver Angels, where conservatives, liberals, and independents unite for a stronger republic.
Easily offended? The Al Travis Show is not for you. The Al Travis Show. All sides are welcome.
And we've got our Carolyn, Sheridan's Ag Health and Safety Alliance on with us, talking hand gestures. You know, in the car especially, I think the horn, the invention of the horn has ruined a lot of the hand gestures. I think you've just lost a lot of them because of the intensity of the horn, how many times you hit it. There's a lot you can say with the horn, which I don't think you necessarily
I have an old Mustang, a 64 and a half Mustang. That was my grandpa's, all fixed up. I drive it once in a while. And the horn doesn't work. We've never got the horn to work again, and I miss it.
Yeah. It's fun. My 62 Fairlane that my kids got me last year, the horn doesn't work. You just wish it did. Yeah, I got to get it fixed.
Just because you really do want to draw attention to yourself, actually, for a good reason.
Like driving a 62 or a 64 Ford is going to be enough attention, but yes, I agree.
That's right. That's right. So I have looked at these. They call them universal signs, agriculture signs. And if you let me, I could share my screen, or we could just talk about it.
No, we could share a screen just for those that would join us on the line thing. Let's see here.
Because it's
all right, you can share.
All right. So I have two up here. You can see one is from North Dakota State University, and the other is from my colleagues. And I go to Alberta here shortly in the fall. I go up there quite a bit. And Alberta has universal language, Ag Safe Alberta. And the other one is North Dakota State University. There are some that are the same. So they are considered universal, but there's some that are not the same. There are some that are not the same.
Well, a lot of them are bicycle things, right turn, left turn. I mean, we're just stealing from the bike people, really?
I don't know. And then the Alberta one did go the extra mile to make them look like people. They have a female, and she does have a look of like confusion.
It's a bad emotion. The one I get is on the other side, the stop the engine sign is very much like I'm going to kill you sign.
Yeah.
Cut your neck. It's like
the sign across the neck.
Yeah.
But I would
they
say
got that from Italian mobsters.
And the other thing that is not very helpful is because most times all the time, I would say, when you're doing these hand signals, there's loud machinery running and they can't hear you.
Yeah.
So all of the yelling and screaming, although at some point none of that yelling is really helpful anyway, because you're not saying.
What gets me about move out, take off, raise equipment, lower the equipment. You're in the cab, you're doing your thing. I don't know if anybody's ever using those. But where's the hand signal for stuff we use? Lunchtime. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why was that not a sign? Yeah.
Right. That's right. I'm the motion of like any kind of food going into your mouth, that I would say is universal too. Come on, we're going to eat, or things like that. So,
you just made that one up. No one acts like that.
I absolutely do that. I absolutely do that. So I think we said the most important thing that we said so far is to at least understand each other's hand signals. My dad had his own set, but we knew as a family, what those hand signals.
It's the universal toddy. You want a toddy after work before when you're done. Let's go have a beverage. That's universal. Pretty universal. Right,
exactly. But I do think that and when I go to some colleges, they do teach it. They do teach the hand signals. They talk about them. But the kids, when we talk about the kids say, well, that's not what we do on our farm. And we do what Dad said, when we do what we've done for years and for generations. And I think that's fine. I think that's just fine. If you have somebody coming over to help you, maybe it's a hired person. It might be, maybe if even a different family member or neighbor, someone you've hired. Make sure they understand what your hand signals are. So
would you agree? A lot of it is not necessarily just hand signals as well. I think COVID times hurt us a little bit in this, but a lot of times my wife will let me know how I'm doing and what I should be doing by nothing but a facial expression. The garbage out yet this day. Yeah, the look. I think there's a lot of that you can't even put down on these little emoji things, but I think there's a lot of that kind of communication going on.
Right, there is. And in fact, if my granddaughters are here for a couple of days, and last night we were talking about that I had the look, that grandma has a look.
Yeah.
And grandma points her finger and she gives you the look.
I know that. You tell your grandkids, Al understands that look 100%. I go down some road and you're like, no, Al, you just stare at me in the camera. I'm like, okay, let's go back where we started from.
Let's go back. Let's try to make a point. But I think if I were going to say the ones to understand, the kill the engine or stop would be important. And because if I'm yelling, stop, they can't hear me anyway. And then the other thing that I have found out is I'm trying to find the place to be, like where around that equipment, and the operator of the equipment needs to let us know too. Where am I at that you can see me? I'm not a big person. I'm not tall. I'm big. Yeah. I lie. Not lie. I say I'm 5'4". I'm probably a little less than that. I like the 5'4" number.
It's a nice round number.
Yeah, it is. We can round up occasionally. So make sure that you're not putting yourself in danger when you're trying to help somebody else out, because it's certainly a possibility. Whoever you're helping is trying to figure out how to get that piece of equipment where they want it. And as far as hand signals on the road, that we've got all the lighting and marking and the blinkers and things like that if people use them. So this is. But this
is also for home health. I mean the like this that shush, that's used a ton in my home, and it lets me know that I shouldn't be talking about whatever.
What are you being shushed for?
Well, sometimes I go down a road, you believe this or not, when company's over and telling a story and the wife's not thrilled about it, it's like, and then I know, and she doesn't have to say nothing. It's like, I did it again. I'm going to be talked to about this later. It's a very good communication sign.
I think that there's some universal communication that happens in households that we could probably have our own diagram. Do you suppose?
Oh, we could, because I know the pen. You haven't talked about the pen. You talk about the pen all the time. I communicate a ton with the pen. Just to point at you, hey.
You do. Yeah, like when Al wants to go to break, he holds his pen up. I don't know where his Gear Frag pen went, but he had one for a while. But mostly when Al wants to make a point. If he wants to make a point,
then I point. See, it's universal.
Are you walking
the
around
point
house
being
with a pin? Are you
is,
walking around the house with a pin?
no, I generally don't have many good points as my home, as my wife. I'm pointing because it's time to go. It's Ag Health and Safety Alliance. Go to aghealthandsafetyalliance.com. You do classes much more entertaining than just the hand signs. You do them for kids all over the country. Yeah.
And we're getting started. We're getting ready to roll. So yes, find your own hand signal with your people. So have a good weekend, everybody. Yeah. Shh. Oh, Al's shushing me. It's time to go now. Have a good
Think
weekend.
about it. A famous politician once said,